Hey guys, good evening, Obodo fam. Welcome to tonight's live show. How's everyone doing? Greetings, I salute all of you. You are welcome. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, please confirm in the comment section. Welcome. Hi everybody. I salute you now. I truly salute. I hope everyone is good. You're welcome from Philadelphia. I am the original lioness. Then, oh yeah, wow. Can you hear me? Please confirm if you can hear me before we start. You can hear me. Favor. Okay, thank you so much. All right. I greet you now. We didn't have the show on Sunday, obviously, because I was away. And then, yeah, so I actually wanted to do the show. I wanted to do the show, but my Obodo farm lady said, Auntie B, no, you've got to rest. Thank God I listened because we ran into some traffic on our way from Birmingham and I drove. So by the time I got home, I was pretty tired. But we thank God for another day, another dollar. Thank God for keeping you. My sister, you're welcome from Lagos. Sister Jibola, you're welcome. Thank you, everyone from the US, from Canada, from the UK, from Italy, from Rome, from Germany. I salute all of you from Ireland, wherever you're watching from now, and those that will be joining later. I greet you now special. I salute you now special. Today, I have a very peculiar situation. Those that follow me on Instagram would have seen like a brief post about it. Unfortunately, I've had to delete that post now because some of our people, Kai, Hafisuru, some of our people, we know just they sabi waiting to put or waiting not to put. So what happened was that I'm going to share the story. I'm going to share the story myself because this young lady is scared shitless. When they say scared, she's properly scared. Thank you so much, sister. My sis, Jibola, thank you. Birmingham was fun. We had such a good time. Yeah. We had such a good time. Thank you. Thank you to my Birmingham fam. Thank you. I mean, actually, I should say something briefly about that before we start today's show. As I was doing that video that day, I forgot to say a special shout out to my Ugandan sister in Birmingham. Her name is Sister Helen. She's an amazing woman. Most of you would have seen her on that video. She's been very, very supportive towards Favor. She goes to take her out for swimming. She takes her for walks just to encourage her. She's been providing emotional support like a solid rock. Thank you, Sister Helen. Thank you, Angela. And all of you that have reached out to Favor. It's been an amazing experience. Like, literally, she's taking the kids out, taking her out, which is what we really want. This is what it's all about, providing emotional support. Favor actually said to me that she said to me that Sister Helen is like her small mother now. Remember, she doesn't have a mom. Her mom passed away when she was quite young. So yeah, Sister Helen from Uganda has been like an amazing, support system for her. And I appreciate you, Sister Helen, if you're watching this. I know you said to me that once we are going to the next one that you're going to be there. I cannot wait to hang out with you. You are so full of life. This woman looks like she's in her 40s, but she's actually she's in her 60s. Yes, Ugandan woman, amazing, amazing. Thank you so much. I had to specially greet you because you deserve it. You deserve it. God bless you. So the matter tonight is a very delicate one, okay, and it's going to require a lot of tact. Tact, T-A-C-T, tact. And you will agree with me that that is something that our people don't have in surplus. We don't even have it. We don't have it at all at all. Most of our people have noticed that we just say whatever we feel without even thinking about how it's going to impact on the person. I know generally people try to say that they're advising, but tonight the advice that I'm looking for is selective. It's not everybody that I'm asking for advice tonight, please. If you haven't got tact, yeah, please don't say anything. Don't call in, don't contribute, just listen and walk away. Because the issue is very, very delicate. And I was saying that I posted it on my Instagram. I think it was a few days ago I posted it before we went to Birmingham. But I've had to delete it now because one of our Obodo fam, I don't know who the person is, in her wiseness and knowledge and all, or whatever she what she knows, decided to say that, this lady that is already scared, she's so scared that she's going to be found out because she's imprisoned in America, that what if the husband sees the messages she sending to Auntie B. She saw it when she was reading the comments. It was meant to be people to advise her. And she decided to say that, and the girl was panicking. She couldn't sleep. Auntie B, please, oh, I'm shaking, oh, I don't know what to do, oh, I can't sleep. I say, okay. Her anxiety level went from like 50 to 200. I had to delete that post. If you go to my Instagram now, you will not see it anymore. I'm saying this to say that, please, tonight, I need you guys to just be very, very patient. The issue is very, very confusing because even me, the first day I heard it, I was like, oh my God, is this young lady not wasting my time? I have loads of people that are waiting to come on the show. Why am I wasting time with this? But the Holy Spirit convinced me that for the fact that she even had the courage to reach out to me, I must listen to her and try my best to see how we can support her. Yeah, we are very, very tactless, Zora. Very, very. Somebody is talking to me confidentially. If she send me a message, she will delete it. I will get to all the issues just now. Even the email, the guy spammed her email. We found out later because the first email she sent to me was in my spam. I didn't see it. And then she sent me a message on WhatsApp and said, Auntie B, please, did you see my email? I said, I didn't see any email. What email? Then my spirit just said, go to your spam. And I went, lo and behold, it was there. It's like an essay. That's how long it is. See, I'm scrolling it now. That's how long. That's how long the story is. Okay, so please, it's not everybody that should say anything. Say something to that. If you haven't got tact and you are not sensitive to this case, please just watch and go. Okay, I don't want her to be insulted. I don't want her to be shamed or embarrassed because I'm going to tell you some things that will make you angry and you feel like you want to slap somebody. You feel like you want to slap the wall. Please bring. I need tact and understanding tonight. It's a very delicate matter. Like I said, she's not able to come because she's still going in. She's still in the situation, and it's quite scary. It's a very, very scary one. So we are going to try to help from afar. I know she will see it. Because even me, I was wondering, how did you even see if your situation is this bad, how did you manage to see my show? She said a friend or if a friend to the person who married her, she's an imported wife. She said, is that person that sent it to her. Everything she does, she has to delete quickly because he checks her phone. All right? We don't want another case of, the last one that happened, that the Ghana man that buys his wife. It's something very close to that is going on. So we're going to help from afar. Try to see what we can do to help. Okay, let me get to it now, my people. Don't forget to like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have not yet subscribed, please do so. Very, very important that you support us by subscribing. Subscribe, hit the like button, and give this video a thumbs up. And if you have your notification bell on, then you never miss any of our live shows. Yeah, it must be handled with tact and sensitivity. Zora, you are in spirit with me. I like people that are in spirit with me. When you walk with my spirit, I like it. Thank you, Zora. God bless you. So she's imported. She's an imported wife. When I say imported wife, you guys know what I mean. It means somebody that is married and brought from Africa to the diaspora in most cases. All right. So the story goes that I'm going to summarize it. Is a young lady and she knows the family. her family and the family of her husband knows each other. They've known each other for a while. Okay, they've known each other for some time, and it was actually the man's family that married her for him because of the relationship they have, right? You know, when you have family friends, you trust them because they've been in your life, and you think that okay, your children will be safe with them. Okay, this is the situation here. So the guy that she's married to is was working in the US military. Okay, he's retired now, and he's a veteran. And you guys know the history of a lot of veterans in around the world, especially the US, because they're always fighting one war or the other, is they suffer from a lot of, you know, PTSD and all sorts of mental health problems. So it's a combination of mental health, you know, military, ex-military, and all the things that goes in that territory. I don't need to say it. Okay. If I say ex-military, you already know what is involved. All right. So a little background about it. She was married for this guy. They don't know each other. Okay. But the family just said they want to marry her, and then they started arranging mommy moe. We know each other. My family knows your family. You know how we do our marriages in Africa. So the mother was the one that was arranging it because the mother was close to the family and everything. They say, "Oh, my son, he lives in the US. I would like to marry your daughter since we already have a relationship for my son." And the family is happy. Yeah, Neka, you're right. PTSD very common with especially the ones that really witnessed what's it called, um they've witnessed some action in the battlefield. They've been to all these places where America is always fighting all sorts of things. All right. So it's very, very common when they've been to action, they've witnessed all this action, they've participated. The impact is it can be for a lifetime. Yeah. Right. So they started talking, they got to know each other, and he showed up and they got married. You know how all this long marriage, long distance, there wasn't much of a relationship. I would say that the relationship was between the two families, not with the two people who were getting married. It was a situation of my family knows your family. So let's bring our children together. You know how they do it in Africa. When families are close friends, they say, okay, the thing that will solidify our friendship forever, so we'll become family, is if our children marry, something like that. Okay, it happens very frequently in Africa, all across Nigeria. I know for sure that it happens. So it was something like this, and of course, her family were open to it because they know that you know this is a family friend. They know the family very well, so they say, yeah, it's a good family you are marrying into. So they agreed. Man came from America. They did wedding within a week, and he was gone back. She said to me that one thing she noticed when he came was that he was very quiet. Doesn't talk much. He was very, very quiet. He was like kind of withdrawn. You know, in Africa, people mistake quietness or somebody that is not talking for good character. So many women have fallen into, very difficult situation because they believe that is quiet. When somebody is quiet or when they don't talk, it means that they're a good person. Oh, they are very gentle. They don't talk. Mm-mm, mm-mm. In sometimes it doesn't follow. Sometimes quietness, underneath quietness, there's a lot of baggage that is hidden, right? That it takes somebody who has a lot of wisdom that can unpick it. Because somebody keep quiet, no mean say a better person. So she said that it was very brief, and then he was gone, right? So she had to go to America to join him, which is what usually happen. But the thing that struck me about this story is that the fact that she said that, because usually when people go to marry from Africa, yeah, when people tell me, don't make me laugh. She said people they marry picture self is quite common. And they say marry picture. Oh my god, the laughter and the banter in from Birmingham is making my throat to be to be to be coarse. So no, that don't make me laugh this evening. Oh. How they say they marry picture? Tell me. Very common in Nigeria, Mara. Yeah. So what struck me about this story is the fact that when she was going to America, you know how usually when a spouse comes to marry the other person, they file for them to come, and they usually give them spousal visa. They give them spouse visa or whatever, settlement visa, whatever you call it. Yeah. So um yeah, so people are still on with this married picture thing. Yeah. In this day and age, anybody that marry picture, you're on your own, no. Mail order bride. That's what they call mail order bride. Mm. Yeah. Quietness is not good character, unfortunately. Yes, sometimes, but oftentimes it's not. Right. So, but on this occasion, they didn't fight for her to come. They applied for a visit visa for her. That was the number one, the first red flag that I saw in this whole situation. Okay, it was a visit. Visit is something that US will probably give you 2 years or 1 year. US, they are very generous. UK, they know they give 1 year. They will all give you 3 months, highest 6 months if they too try. They're stingy with visa. They're too stingy with visa. This is our country. I tell you, everything they're stingy with, to be honest. So she applied for visit, which is I thought was out of character for somebody that is supposedly going to live with her husband, the man she's married to. Now they are married, they've done all the marriage ceremony, court, church, name it, traditional, everything is done. So she got to America. It was when she got to America she realized that, okay, this is why. Okay, this is why she's been led into a prison. Basically, she's a prison. I'm telling you that this lady is scared shitless. Okay. As a matter of fact, when I posted it on my Instagram, people were saying, you are not allowed to do this. You are not allowed to do this. What are you allowed to do? Are you allowed to leave? She got there, she realized that the guy is very, very sick. Okay. He's not well. Mentally, he's not well. Physically, he's not well. Okay. So, even a lot of the things that, she found out later, some of his family members do not even know. Right? Mail order bride indeed. And she had been brought to America not because of marriage. It was sort of like, okay, you know how Nigerian parents, when your child gets to a certain age, they are not married, people will start asking, or maybe you want grandchildren or things like that. She was basically brought to be a carer for him. Right. Now, these are the issues. He told her that if you ever tell anybody, yeah, about my condition, I am going to buy you. All right, I will buy you. And you guys know when I say, that's why I was reiterating and emphasizing about the parts about, being ex-military. Okay, because the last story I shared before I started doing these live shows was about the guy who is from Nigeria background that is a security guard and say he had license to carry in about 30 states in America. And you guys know how that story ended. It's still on my channel, right? So she cooks, she cleans, she does everything, but she's not allowed to leave the house. She's not allowed to go to church. She's not allowed to have friends. She's not allowed to do anything. Right. Now, of course, the paper has expired. Now, visa has expiring dates. Any visa they give you, even if it's 2 years, 10 years, it will expire. And if you're traveling for maybe the first or second time, they will not likely to give you 10 years. They might give you maybe 2 years or whatever. So, visa has expired. And now the family are telling him not to apply, not to fight for her because she will run away. Okay? So he is very sick. There is no interaction between them. He does not engage with treatments that will help him with mental health. He's got physical health needs as well. And as a result, things are not working the way they should work in terms of the physical relationship. You know what I mean? Kiriwa things. Okay? She's not allowed to go out. No visitor to the house. Right? Am I forgetting anything? No visitor to the house, and nobody knows all this. Yeah? Nobody seems to know all this. Hmm. My people, if you are in Africa and you are watching this thing, and you are the sort of person that you are happy because you see somebody. I don't know. There's something about the way Africans, when we are in Africa, especially the girls, you are programmed to think that everybody that comes from the diaspora, once you marry them, your life is fixed. That like you've entered into wealth, or you've entered into some sort of enjoyment that your life is better. Most times is not. Okay, prisoner in every sense of the word. Like, she cannot walk, and schooling is being considered, but know who is going to pay for it for her to go to school. No paper, no friends, nobody comes to the house. All they do. And she said, I am very worried about my mental health. This has been going on for close to 5 years now. Okay? Close to 5 years of living like a prisoner. Because I was questioning her. We were chatting. I was questioning her. Don't you go to church? No. You don't have any friends? No. Have you told your parents? She said no. She doesn't want to break their hearts. Okay, I think this is the part of it that really made a lot of people angry when I shared that story on Instagram. Like I said, I've deleted it now because she was so anxious about it, and I didn't want to upset her, to make her even more anxious. So, um, that's the situation. Paper has expired. Gives her about $15 to $30 monthly for her upkeep, and that's it. He does the shopping for food, and whatever if she needs clothes, he does the shopping. I cannot mention the state here. I cannot mention the state here. I mentioned it in my previous videos. Who remembers? Anybody that remembers should put it in the comment section. I'm not going to mention it. I had already mentioned it. Remember when I was shouting in my previous video saying I need people from this area, I need people from this state. Anybody that was here on those video, uh in those previous video, can put it in the comment section, but I don't want to mention it. Like I said, I am being very, very delicate about this. Okay, it requires a lot of tact, because she's still there, and is yeah, Ebony Mary. Yeah, you got it right. I'm not going to pin it. Yeah, Tatia, yeah, you got it. I'm not going to pin it. That's where. Okay, so the problem now is that she said she has no health insurance, that both of them are living like two people with mental health problem inside the same house. They are living like in a self-imposed prison, because he doesn't go out. He doesn't. And whenever he's going out, he will take her with him. Maybe at night. They will have to drive together to go wherever he's going, maybe briefly, but it's always very brief. Or if he's going, he will go he randomly will just go only at night, but very, very briefly, and he will come back. He checks her phone. Like I said, he sets her emails to spam. The email she sent to me was, and then she checked later, she was sending email to another email address and told me that every email she sends goes to spam. She found out after I told her, right? She is scared shitless for her life. Shitless, she's scared. She said that nobody even knows that she's in that house, that even their next door neighbor never knew she was in that house until she had to go and knock on their door one day when there was a health issues. There was a health concern. So I said, why didn't you use the opportunity to run? But where's she going to run to? She's paralyzed with fear that he's going to catch her and he's going to off her. Because he's threatened her many times. If you tell anybody, I will off you. No kids. No kids. Mm-mm. No kids. There's no kids, which is a good thing. But let me give you the shocker of this whole thing. Right? The shocker is that she said that her Christian faith is against divorce. Right? Her Christian faith is against divorce, and she's in love with him. That's why I put Stockholm syndrome. Yeah, I put Stockholm syndrome in the post that I put out there. She says she loves him. Then I asked her, I say, okay, it's good to love your husband. That's a very honorable thing to do. That's the right thing to do. But the Bible never says women should love their husband. The Bible says submit to your husband. And she said, yes, everything He's not physically abusing her or anything because she does everything he tells her to do, right? Every single thing he tells her to do, he does it. So there's no physical abuse there. But there is fear and there's mental health. She has no health insurance. She said even the other day she was sick, there was nowhere to go. I said, oh my God, have you told your parents? She said no. She doesn't want to tell her parents because she doesn't want to break their hearts. That's real Stockholm syndrome, isn't it? Correct me if I wrong. If I wrong, yeah. So that is it. That's why I'm saying that a lot of you will get upset. Junsi, top babe. I don't know if you were here when I started. Please, I don't need any. You don't need to chat. You don't need to put anything in the comment section. Okay? I said it requires tact. It requires tact. It's a very delicate matter. Yeah. How old is she? What has her age got to do with anything? Eh? She's in her 40s. What has age got to do with anything? She's in her 40s. Yeah. So the religion, you know how we are now. We've been brainwashed from childhood. Yeah. Thank you so much. The young, yeah. You said it's Stockholm syndrome when a victim sympathizes with the abuser and fails to see their victimhood. Yeah. That's what she said. She said, I my Christian faith is against divorce. I said, okay, you need to leave. You need to, like, if you have the right support to, arrange how you are going to run off in a way that you will not trigger him or let him know that you are running off so that you'll be safe and run, even if it's to run back to Nigeria. That won't be such a bad thing now. She's really, really scared success. You're right. She's isolated. It's been 5 years of lockdown. This is like her own lockdown did not start with the pandemic. It started with when she arrived in America. Hmm? She doesn't go anywhere. I said, don't even go for walk. She said, no. This is prison. This is why I say prison. She is very, very, very scared that if anybody finds out that because he told her that if you tell anybody, I'm going to delete you. And he has the resources to delete. So I said to her in a very, very calm, manner, motherly manner, I said, what you should know is that in America, when somebody has been diagnosed with mental health issues, is established, especially somebody that has had that is ex-military, if they buy you, nothing will happen. He will not go to jail. They'll probably take him to a mental health hospital, treat him, and then he will walk. So, exactly. So, you need to think about yourself. This is not love. You may love him because you've been taught as a child to love your husband or to obey your husband, and nobody plans to marry. Nobody plans to get into marriage to divorce. Nobody. I don't think there's any woman that goes into, especially African women. We don't go into a marriage and say, oh, okay, in 5 years I will divorce. No, it's situation that leads to it. And we've been conditioned in a way that we see abuse as normal. And so many people have become mentally ill as a result of extensive trauma caused by abuse. You don't need to live in an abusive situation. You don't need to. You don't have to. Because abuse and trauma kills. It buys people. It steals your joy. It steals everything that has to do with your life. You will not live a normal life. She was saying to me today, say, it's even my mental health. I'm concerned about my mental health. That's what she kept saying. I'm concerned about my mental health. I say, if you are concerned about your mental health, you can still recognize it. In time, you will not even know. When it gets deeper, when your depression gets deeper, you will not even know. All right? She said she needs advice, Timmy. That's why she said she contacted me. She said she needs advice. Yeah, she needs advice. That's why she came to contact me. I didn't know she wanted me to give her advice. I asked her privately. I don't live in the US. I don't know the state. I don't know people in that area, but there might be people on ground there who will be able to, or people even far. Because now it is hard to plan the escape from this prison. Thank you. It is how to plan the escape from this prison. That's the main thing now. This this woman is in prison. She's in prison. She cannot go anywhere. She is scared. He said, if you tell anybody, I will buy you. So I said, okay, I'm going to share it as delicately as possible and see what advice and what, please, if you can. I know it's hard because a lot of people will be angry that how can you love your abuser? But it's conditioning. Okay, she's suffering from mental health. He is suffering from mental health. Okay, there's nobody that will be locked up for 5 years that will not have mental health issues. My people, you think you are strong, but you never know until you face some certain life situation that nobody's strong. Mm, right. Okay. I'm sharing my link now. I think I've said the main points. There's a lot of story there that I don't want to bore you guys with. That's just the summary of the main significant point. Gigi Gibson says historically, cases of Stockholm syndrome end badly. The way of escape is usually the abused abductee selective secretly alerting a neighbor who then reports to the authorities. Yeah. How does she get the authorities involved without alerting him? How does she arrange to leave? That's if she will agree, because don't forget that she's not even ready to leave yet. She's still talking about how God hates divorce. Yeah. So, yeah, this is where we are. Okay. I'm sharing my link now. This is where we are. She's not even, she said, when she said to me, I'll prayerfully consider it. I was like, oh my God, heck, me. But then again, I told some ladies, some of our ladies when we went to Birmingham, I said, God is teaching me patience with these shows. Because I can't believe it's the same me that will listen to somebody talk, say these things and say, oh, I can't divorce him. How can I leave it? And I will still be willing to carry on talking to that person and even bring it on the show. But God has really dealt with me in a place of having patience and, just being calm to listen, especially when somebody has suffered some serious trauma and abuse. That, yeah, this is where we are. I've got so many people in the studio already. I'm gonna start adding you as you came up. Yeah.
Guys, please play. Wait, wait. Hello, Auntie
Good
B.
evening. Yeah.
Good evening, Auntie B. How are you?
Your network is not
Can
is
you
not
hear
good,
me?
my dear. No, I can't hear you, sweetheart.
Oh,
Reconnect, okay? Reconnect
okay.
is bad. Let me add more people. Just try and come back, okay? All right. All right, Eddie, I've got you. No, your face is not showing. Don't worry.
Okay. How are you doing? Good
I'm all
morning
right. How are
from San
you?
Diego. I'm fine. So, not to prolong the whole issue because I gotta
Your
go find
network
a
is not good too,
recess.
I'm afraid. What's going
What?
on? Everybody's
I
network
can
seems
hear
to be
you.
shaking.
I can
I
hear
can't hear
you.
you, my dear. Can you reconnect? Please
Mm.
reconnect. Or is it my own? Okay, Amaya, you are back. Let's try again.
Good evening,
Hello.
Auntie B. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Can you hear
Yeah,
me
this
now?
is better.
Good
Yes,
evening,
this is
Auntie
better.
B.
Good evening,
Auntie
dear.
B. I'm so angry. I'm so angry just listening to this show. I actually saw the post on your Instagram, and my sister kept on saying, "This is your ex-husband. This is your ex-husband." The first question I want to
Oh,
know is, does this lady want to get her immigration on track? That's the first question. If she wants to get her immigration on track, did they get married legally? If they got
yes.
married in the court of law, she can just file for Violence Against Women's Act. It's called
We're not
VAWA.
talking about even papers, and we're talking about her life. Oh my yeme. Who is talking about?
Hello, Auntie B. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me? Oh, everybody, oof. She's gone again. I've lost her. Yeah, yeah. I don't think some people still get it. What I'm trying to do here, it's going to be difficult for people to get it. If you are calling in, please calm down. Yeah, thank you, Indiama, for reminding our for reminding people. I told you guys already that it's going to upset a lot of people, but please, this is about avoiding a catastrophe that is imminent. All right, this is something that is going to be a catastrophe. How do we avoid, or how do we stop this before it happens? This is what this is about. Okay, please don't be angry. If you are angry, don't call in. Calm down first before you call in. I don't want angry people, because she's scared shitless already. Okay, thank you very much for your understanding on this
Okay.
occasion. Thank you. Rao, I got you.
Auntie B, good evening.
Hello, my sweetheart. How are you?
I'm well, thank you very much. How was your day?
My day was very good.
Auntie B, I'm a bit obsessed with you. A little
You
bit
are?
obsessed. Yes. For
What did I
saying that
do?
people would get upset because of her story. Absolutely not. The thing is,
Yeah.
if you've not been,
You
if
heard the
one,
first caller.
yes, if one is not in, if one has not been in an abusive environment to experience abuse before, you can never, no matter how much you try to narrate to somebody else, they will never understand.
Yeah.
And when people say things like, you're so strong for living, I give you credit for living, it's because they know that there's always something that always pulls you back. And then you have to, everybody goes through it. Every victim goes through it at this point. When you initially leave your perpetrator, there's something that always wants to pull you back into that situation. In fact, it's something you have to battle within. You have to be strong to leave.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Because if you're not strong and you give in, that's why you see some people going back and forth, back and forth. They want to. There's something that pulls you back, because especially when you've been under somebody for so long, you begin to lose yourself. Within that time, you lose your dignity, you lose who you are. Even mentally, you're
Yeah.
inclined to believe that you cannot be on your own again without that person. You begin to because you depend on that person for everything, financially, emotionally, name it. You just feel like you are bound to that person. So even if you see help outside, because you have not been on your own outside before, on your own for so long, you feel like it's just better I stay where I am. Even though he's abusing you, even though he's trying to kill you, you just feel protected. I know it sounds weird, and it sounds really silly saying it out loud, but that's the best way I can explain it to you. So to say people will get upset, or for people to actually get upset about this whole situation, it makes absolutely no sense. Then
Okay.
for advice of things like people for advice of advice people are giving in terms of, oh, she needs to do this, she needs to do that, that's not what she needs now, because at this point she doesn't even see the reason why she has to leave. And this is what I was saying. There's something that holds you back and wants you to continue to stay in that position rather than get out. And even if you get out, it's like fighting demons. And that's the way it is. You need to fight the demons and say no. It's like fighting yourself. There's a part of you that is inclined to want to stay to that person or go back rather than go out, even though the benefits are better. But there's something that they kept telling me in Refuge. The more you stay out, the better it becomes. Every day keeps getting better and stronger. The first few months, I tell you, it is difficult. It takes God to stay out and continue to stay out.
Hmm.
And that's just the honest truth. That is the honest truth. Now, in our own case, what she needs for now is counseling. Mentally,
She
she
told
needs
me that
counseling
she's
for the
getting
next.
counseling from Nigeria.
No.
That she's getting counseling, that they are getting counseling from
She
Nigeria,
needs a
and that the
professional.
counselor is trying to convince the man to get
No.
treatment.
She needs to get out. She needs to get out. That's the first thing first.
She's still trying to fix things so that she
No,
can.
no, no, no,
She's
no, no,
still
no.
trying
It's not
to.
going to be fixed. It's not going to be. It's never going to be fixed. See, Auntie B, what she needs
Mm,
right now is cancer. I'm telling you, to even get her mental state in the right place. strong enough to be able to leave. She needs counseling now for next couple of weeks, months. I don't know how to make her understand and believe that this situation is a life and death situation, and you need to leave. That's the first thing first. Once she has made up her mind and determined, because even with going to refuge here in the UK, they ask you, they don't force you. It's your decision, and they can't tell you what to do. You have to.
And I hear a lot of women from refuge still go back to their abusers.
Yes, because they know. No, that's what I was trying to explain to you a few moments ago. They know it's a demon. It's like a fighting demons. I'm telling you the truth. Once you leave, it takes a very strong person to leave and stay out. I'm telling you the truth because I've gone through it before. I almost died myself in that marriage. But then there are times when I felt maybe it's easier for me to go back. And I told myself, no. If I go back, it's death as well. I know I'm going to die. I have a chance to live again and stay another day if I'm out. And that's the only thing that kept me out. I had to stand my ground. There were days of crying. There were days I had to wail and weep. And I had to fight those demons. But every day got better. Every week turned into months into years. So the first thing she needs is counseling, and that's it.
How can she get counseling without leaving the house, without running away when she's still there?
Email.
He checks her phone.
So how is she able to contact you? She contacted you in a way, isn't it, for her to get your attention?
Yes,
if you can do that very discreetly. So once that happens, then she deletes the messages. But she needs to be getting counseling first to get that her mental state in a position and make her understand that you need to leave. This person is actually abusing you. There's no way you love him. That's not love.
Yeah.
That's not how God designed marriage. That's not what marriage is for. That is bondage. That's not marriage. So she needs to understand that, and this is a mental thing even for her, and that's where the professionalism comes. That's where counseling comes. She needs to do that first for a couple of weeks, months, however long it will take. Once she feels that, once she has acknowledged that she's in an abusive relationship and this is not normal, then you can start looking for help and telling her, okay, file for this, do this, contact this, contact that. But right now, she needs to leave. There's nothing absolutely wrong with divorce. If marriage is going to kill you,
maybe that's what we need to. Maybe that's what we need to really emphasize tonight.
Yes.
We need to emphasize that God does not. God hasn't said that
marriage for death.
You should die.
Yes.
You should die in it because she was lied to in this marriage.
And to be remember, you are only married when you are alive. Once you are dead, you are gone. There's no more marriage again. You can only be alive to be married. So let's get that clear. That man is mentally unstable, and every minute she spends there is a threat to her own life. And not just her, his as well. She needs to leave. Okay. It's very important, but we need to get her to that point where she needs to understand that she herself is, and there's nothing wrong. God didn't create marriage for death.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much, Raul. I always enjoy hearing from you. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, I think this is what we need to emphasize. All you Christian warriors in the house, please explain to this young woman that she doesn't need to die. She's suffering from mental health for being locked up for 5 years. The man is sick. And there's a lot going on that I can't even say here because she was like, Auntie B, please, how are you going to say it? What would you say? What would you leave out? I said, don't worry. It's not science now. It's not everywhere that is likely to be everywhere to see this. So people are asking me if she's watching now. Even if she doesn't watch now, she'll catch it later. I'm going to send it to her. Don't worry. Yeah, she will watch it later. Barry, unmute yourself, please, dear.
Auntie, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. You're welcome. What do you have to say?
I live an hour away from Wisconsin, so I'm sorry, I shouldn't have mentioned that. I just remembered. I feel like what the last caller said. The challenge right now is her headspace. Her headspace isn't in the right place. Even if you have all the help right now in front of her, she needs her headspace needs to be in the right spot, because if I decide to drive down there, or anybody decides to drive down there, somebody from what you said, she might even completely just turn other people away. Like, hey, I don't know you. Like, I
believe that with careful planning, she will get there. She will get there. The first
Well,
thing is that she didn't know where to go to. She doesn't have any friends. She has no family in the US. She's got nowhere to go to. So I believe strongly that with careful planning and encouragement, she will get there.
another thing is this kind of thing. I feel like you mentioned before when you started the program, a lot of tax. The authorities need to be involved. You tell them, hey, this is what is going on, and they will know how to approach it. Because if you're going to be laying accusations sometime in the future, from experience, if you're going before court or even immigration before anybody, there has to be some kind of, you have to be able to substantiate what you're
Yeah.
saying. That's
Evidence.
just it.
Yeah.
So if she
Yeah.
is able to right now probably keep records or
Yeah.
record
Yeah.
those little things. She doesn't
Yeah.
need a whole bunch of it. I'm telling
Yeah.
you, this is something that I experienced one on one. She
Barry,
doesn't
do you
need a
have my
whole
phone
lot.
number? Do you have my phone number? I feel like you
Uh,
and I need to talk, please, if you don't mind. That's my
um.
WhatsApp number on the screen. If you
Oh,
look at the
okay.
screen now, you
Let
see.
me take a snippet
Yeah, please take
of
it
it.
down and contact me later because I think you're gonna you if you are keen, I would need your help, please. We need
Yeah.
to save. This is saving a life, basically saving a life. Like I told her, I say you are walking on a cliff edge, and you're like, if somebody just, you know how somebody is walking on a cliff edge like this is
Yeah.
you, this is the cliff.
It,
One
even
finger just points you like this, you falling off.
even the day, I think on your last show, the day you introduced the program, I think you touched on it that you were going to be bringing up this show.
Yeah.
I was just driving back from Wisconsin that day,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
when I heard it, I was like, okay, let me hear what Auntie B's got to say. But the thing is,
Okay.
Auntie has to be in a good headspace. If she's
Yeah.
not there, everything we do here
Say or do. Yeah.
will
It will not
be
make any impact.
absolutely
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
her head needs to
All
be in the
right.
right place.
Thank you very much, Barry. Have you got my number now?
Yes, I got it.
Okay. Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
talk later, please. Thank you very
All
much.
right, no problem.
Yeah, just send me a message and say, hey, this is Barry, and then I'll come back to you and then we can discuss.
Will
Thank you
do.
so much. All right.
Will do.
Thank you. Cheers.
Bye
I
bye.
appreciate that.
Problem.
So yeah. That was very, very encouraging. This is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for advice that is useful, something that can help her. Okay, not angry people that will say I'm so angry with her. So we don't need anger. We need, you know, good advice that can help. Thank you very much for joining, Florence. What do you have to say?
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. My name is Florence. I'm actually from US. Just want to thank you, Sister B, for everything that you do. God
Thank
bless
you.
you and that God continue to strengthen you. This work you are
Amen.
doing is not an easy job. I really don't know how you do it, but I know it's God that is keeping you strong because me just listening to all your all your shows, I've been on the show ever since you started. I've been a fan, great fan.
Thank you. Thank
And what
you.
you're doing is marvelous. I commend you a lot.
Thank
I
you.
feel so bad for our sister right now. Um, she's going through mental health. Mental health is real.
Yeah.
You know, first she has to agree to seek mental and physical freedom. She has two options. She needs to either move back to Nigeria because moving away from this environment is going to help her a lot.
Yeah.
She can either move back home or she can move to another state.
Yeah.
I'm not close to where she is,
Okay.
but I'm willing to call her. But the only problem is I don't want anything coming back to me. I could try to see how we can reach her. She has to move to another state. And when
Yeah.
she gets to another state, so far away from her current state, she
Yeah.
needs to report to the police. She needs to go to the courthouse, file a restraining order. And then she needs to create another email from a library where she will only check that email from a public library, not through her phone. And all the help will be coming through that email.
She's not allowed to go out. How does she get to a library?
I'm saying when she moves to another state, she has to first of all
Okay,
move.
so you say she should move before she now contact the authorities.
Yes, she has to move. She has to decide mentally to
Okay.
move. She has to get that mental freedom and
Yeah.
physical freedom. She
Yeah.
has to move to another state. She has to find, I don't know if we can get a help, like where she can get herself together and say, okay, I'm ready to free myself. She
Yes.
moved to another state, far away, and then
Yeah.
report to the police. And then that restraining order will keep that guy at bay for the moment. The
Yeah. I don't
police
think once she
will
moves
be involved.
away, once she moves away very far, I don't think we'll be able to find her because he doesn't leave the
Yes.
house. The man is
You
sick.
never know. No, there's psychiatric, the crazy people out here. They will go find you in another
It's true.
state. That's how they
It's true.
operate here in America.
It's
They will
true.
go find you. But once she's far, far away and she reports this issue to the police, the court is involved. Restraining order is involved.
But restraining order has not stopped the people that spy other people before, that deleted other people. Restraining order
Well,
doesn't stop
we
them.
can start from there. We can start from there, but she has to move. She has to be willing to move to another state.
Okay.
And
All right.
then the email will start, we'll use the email to communicate with her from a public library and help her out. That's all I can see. And she needs to watch all these videos on YouTube with similar abusive situations and what happened to them. They were deleted. So she needs to, when we get that step, she needs to be watching these videos. Then maybe it will make some sense to her what we are trying to do for her. But
Okay.
that's just what I have to contribute to the
All
show.
right.
And
All
thank
right.
you so much
Thank you,
for all
Florence.
you
I
do.
appreciate your call. God bless you, sis. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. I totally agree with Florence that she needs to move. Okay. She needs to move. She needs to get out because it will get to a point where that mental health will be so severe that she will be so. She's already paralyzed with fear. That's why she thinks she's in love. How can you be in love with somebody that, you know, that is I don't even know how to describe it. They are codependent now. Okay, they are codependent on one another now. It's like they are. She said they are like two sick people in the same house. What do you do all day? She said you can't watch TV. You cannot do this. You cannot do this. You cannot do that. Say, hey, okay, let's go on and take more advice. Esther, can you unmute yourself, please? Hello, Esther. Are you here?
Good, good evening, Auntie B. How are
Good
you?
evening. I'm all right, thank you. How are you?
I'm okay, thank you. So I was just gonna say the little advice that I've got is she's in a very difficult situation. And the fact that she still got that ideal, or should I say idea, of no divorce is a stronghold upon her, first and foremost. So I think, as everyone was sort of giving their advice, first and foremost, that idea, as far as I'm concerned, there are, leeway for divorce, even in a Christian marriage, and that is abuse, abandonment, and there was another one with A, but I can't quite remember right now. She's been emotionally tortured, psychologically as well, and in some aspect, marriage is supposed to be enjoyed, not endured, and it seems like she's just sort of holding onto a rope. And all I can say really is I really sympathize with her. And from what everyone is saying, that she needs to get out there. Obviously, you've mentioned that she's not even allowed to go out, so it's going to be a little bit difficult for her. Just trying to organize that escape. And I think she's definitely going to need people from Wisconsin, or excuse me, wherever it is, people that are nearer to where she lives to help her. It's almost gonna be like Mission Impossible, like people
Yeah,
extracting her from that
yeah,
dangerous place.
yeah, yeah.
And
I
that is
agree.
because,
Yeah,
and that's what I believe needs to be done. And
yeah,
I know she's been in contact with you as well. And I would say thank you, Auntie B, for this platform. But I think with this woman, more work needs to be done from your side in convincing her
yeah.
and making her aware that she
Yeah.
needs to leave before she loses her life.
Yeah, yeah, I will. I'm happy to do that. I told you that when she first contacted me, and because she needs help, that's why I told you she emailed me. I didn't see the email because it went to my junk, my spam, and then she still came on WhatsApp. She came on WhatsApp, so she knows that she needs help, but she's
Mm,
paralyzed with fear, and also she's suffering from mental health, and
mm,
mental health mixed with your disillusion, will I call it, about your Christian beliefs about divorce and marriage. It can just mess
yeah,
somebody up because she thinks she's doing the
definitely, yes.
right thing, because my Christian faith does not allow me to divorce. But you've been in prison for 5 long years. You can't go out. You got no life. All right.
Exactly. And I think those are the things that maybe you need to discuss with her, that, the way the Bible has sort of shown us how marriage should be. You're not in a marriage. You're in a small prison, in a small cell, so to say.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think if you're able to pass across these messages to her,
Yeah.
I believe God will help her himself.
Amen. Amen. Thank you very much for that, Esther.
No
Thank you.
problem.
I appreciate that. You
Thank you,
made a
Auntie
lot of
B.
sense. Yeah. Okay. So I'm moving on now. I've got Eddie. Can you unmute yourself, Eddie? You're back. I hope your connection is better now.
Hi, hello.
Hello, sweetie. You're welcome.
Thanks, Auntie B. So I'm not going to take much of anyone's time, but I think I just found out that she's in Wisconsin. Is that true?
Um, around there. We want to try to be as discreet as possible.
Okay, yeah. So because I don't know which of your fans are loyal in there, because like you said, this is sounding like a tactical operation. One
Hmm.
mistake, she's gone. She's
Yeah.
gone, because that dude sounds so psychopathic that he might kill her and kill himself at the same time.
Yeah.
So that's a dangerous thing. So I'm not really going to put everything in here. If I do have your number, I will send the
This is
things
my
that I
number.
think should be
Yeah.
done.
Yeah. I'll put my number on the screen. If you need to reach me, please. Yeah, that's my
Okay.
WhatsApp. I prefer WhatsApp. Okay.
Okay, so I
All
will
right.
WhatsApp you with most of
Okay.
the stuff that she needs to do, because I'm really conversant, because he's a veteran, though
Yeah.
he's not active duty, but there are
Yeah.
ways to go around it. Number one thing that I need everyone to understand is Auntie B has said she cannot do anything. She doesn't watch things, she doesn't watch even YouTube, she doesn't really know what's really going on around herself for 5 years. Now, if I want to label this is human trafficking.
Yes,
Okay,
it is.
regardless of the fact that she was what quote unquote married, this is
Yeah.
human trafficking, and she's
Yeah.
going through a domestic abuse. Don't even know if that is like there's some physical abuse. There's a lot, and this has been building up for 5 years. So number one on top of this tab is human trafficking, and
Yeah.
since he's not active duty, he's retired. That falls under Veterans Affairs.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not going to put out everything that she really needs to do, because I understand that she can't even really do this stuff herself.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put that in the WhatsApp
Yeah. Thank
number
you.
that I have right here, so that
Yeah.
way it could be done, because she's not going to be able to up and leave unless she can probably somehow sneak herself out in the night while he's sleeping.
He
Hopefully
doesn't
he's
sleep.
oh, we said what? He does not sleep?
No.
Not to sound funny, but that's crazy. So he does not
No, no, no,
sleep.
no. It's very common with people that suffer from PTSD and severe mental health problem. They don't sleep. They need to take medication to sleep. So it's not unusual.
Wow. So hopefully one of these days that he's able to take some medication and go to sleep. That should be her exit plan
Yeah.
right about now. Because she all these advices they're giving her to do that, do this, call that. She cannot even do that. She
Yeah.
can't do any of that. So
Yeah.
she needs to flee, like flee ASAP.
Yeah.
And she's not gonna be able to really do that by herself, because she's shook with fear.
Yeah.
So not to continue and keep on rambling, I'm gonna send all the stuff that I think she needs to do in your WhatsApp number. Okay.
Thank you so much. My WhatsApp is on the screen. I
Okay.
appreciate you. Thank you, Eddie. You said it so brilliantly well, like you have an experience or you know somebody that experienced this. She's just literally articulated the whole issue in terms of the fear paralyzing her, the mental health, being unable to think rationally. You guys keep saying, oh, she doesn't need help. She doesn't need help. She's the one to help herself. Look, You need to be in a sound frame of mind for you to even know that you need help, or for you to be able to take any steps towards helping yourself. You guys, please, mental health is no joke. We as a people, we don't understand the impact of mental health and how it diminishes someone's life. Is your mind. You know how people suffer from physical illness is their body, but mental health is your mind, your brain, everything about you is held hostage, right? So it is not unusual for this woman to be saying, I love my husband. My Christian faith is against divorce. It happens, okay? Stockholm syndrome, codependency, name it. All the psychologists in the house and psychiatrists will understand. Thank you so much for that. Opinionated, I've got you. Please unmute yourself.
Hi, Auntie B.
Hello.
Hi. So I just wanted to say, I'm really thinking right now what she needs is kind of allies, like to build around her.
Yeah.
I'm several states away from her, but
Okay.
in terms of just like building her up to get to that point where she feels confident enough to start making moves. But
Yeah.
I think like she has to become really sneaky with everything she does from this point on.
Yeah.
She has to start documenting things. Like
Okay.
if she can get her hands on a notebook where she's writing like even his day-to-day mannerisms, things
Mhm.
that he does at a specific time, just to document it. I know we said in terms of like the immigration stuff, we're not thinking of that as of this moment, but
No,
I'm just
no.
thinking right now she needs to document everything, even up leading up to the point, because being in America, one thing about America, they do not joke when it comes to like domestic violence, all those type of things. They will protect her. But
Yeah.
she's not at the point where she's going to be able to walk into a police station and ask for help. So
Yeah.
right now I think what she needs is like a circle of friends, to really like build her up to that point. She needs maybe somebody who she can like, if there's something going off, she can just type the letter A, text,
Yeah.
and then
Let me
delete it. And
in
then
my
maybe,
work, in my
Mhm,
work, we have something because we go to people's homes, and you never know when you go to people's homes what's going to happen. And we
mhm,
go alone in most cases,
mhm,
except it's been written. There's a warning on the file to say do not visit alone.
mhm.
So we have like what do they call it? I've forgotten the word they use for it. Like if you are in trouble, the word that you say, something like that. Like it's
distress
yeah,
signal. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
something like that. Distress signal that you say,
Hmm.
okay, take the something you will say that any colleague you're talking to will know, but it won't set off the person that you are with to know that you are sending a distress message.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's a really brilliant idea. I love it. I'll put
So
it
it
down.
like yeah, so she as she has the allies, like she needs like something from them. Maybe A can represent something, B can be something else, and then when she's typing, it's like even if she needs to call, she'll do *6 7. I believe blocks the number out, right? So there's ways like even like if she's searching things on her phone. I don't know if she has access to the internet on her phone. She can go on
She
private
does.
mode. Yeah, she can go
No,
on private mode so that he'll never see her history or anything, and always just make sure, because with private mode it's like it's not going to be documented and then she can delete it. But there's also
right.
I feel like
Is that
she
a
does.
setting on your phone? Is that a
Yeah,
setting?
so when you go on the internet to search, rather than searching the web regularly, on the bottom you will see where it says private mode. So when you're
Okay.
searching it, there's not going to be like a history of it. Like it won't be like if he's paying the phone bill, like he won't be able to know what exactly she's searching or anything. So
Okay.
she just has to become super sneaky with things that she does.
Yeah.
And then as in
Yeah.
terms of the mental health, there are Talkspace and BetterHelp. They're right now, they're pretty cheap for the most part. And the thing is, you can do it like on your phone. You don't have to physically go in. So I think she
She
should
has.
sign
She
up.
doesn't have. She doesn't have health insurance.
No, I mean we can raise funds for her, because I've tried Talkspace and BetterHelp myself. It's and
Okay.
it's not too expensive.
Okay.
It's and then you can do it like virtually on your phone. At least you'll have
Yeah.
a therapist, right? And
Yeah. I think
he won't have to know. that she's, she's using it, because she can do it in her private mode, right? She doesn't necessarily have to download the app and keep it on her
Okay.
phone,
All right.
and then, yeah,
Okay.
so, but right now I think what we need to be doing is trying to build her up to get to that level of confidence, because she has all these friends at a point, she knows, okay, I have this support system. And I think another thing that's really important, she has to tell somebody in her family, even if it's one person.
Very
She
important.
has
I've been
to
trying to get
tell,
her to do that. Yeah.
yeah,
I've
even
been
if she
trying to
can
get her
find,
to do that. You know
she
why
should
she doesn't
find a,
want to do it?
yeah,
Let me tell you. It will shock
yeah,
you why she doesn't want to do it. She doesn't want to break her parents' heart because they
yeah.
know she's happily married.
I heard you
And she
say
do-
that time.
and then she
Yeah,
doesn't want to destroy the relationship that's been. This is all coming from a mind that
yeah,
is probably is sick,
yeah,
because there's no way you've been abused for 5 years. You say you're more concerned about the relationship that your family has with that family, and
yeah,
how your parents' heart will be broken, even though you are suffering and losing your mind. That's why I
yeah,
tell you she's not well. She knows
yeah.
she's not well. She said it herself.
But she doesn't have to tell her parents specifically, but there's always somebody in a family that can keep secrets that will die with
Yeah,
this secret. She will
yeah,
have a cousin or a sister or somebody in that
yeah.
family that will hold a secret, very well. If she can find that one person, because the thing is, it's gonna be worse for her for not sharing it. Because there's nobody that's gonna actually know what's going. So if something happens to her today, it's like we're the only witnesses at this point.
Yeah, yeah, and we don't
But
even know. We don't know where she is physically. We don't know where
yes,
she is.
because it's the
So what
thing
can
is,
we do?
exactly, and to build her up, she needs to know that she has support. So if she at least knows she has one or two or three people, and she's like, oh, if something happens to me, I can tell this person, rather than just sit there and dying in silence. Because that,
Yeah,
going through mental health issues myself, like that, it was the worst thing for me. Was I kept everything in until it got to a really bad point. So when we just built at a point, we build her up, we can revisit this escape plan. But right now,
yeah,
she's not even in the mental state to even want to hear anything about escaping. Right now,
yeah.
she just needs to build up her confidence, and then also like just somebody that will be giving her resources and letting her know that there is a life outside of this. Because right now, I'm thinking she's probably thinking there's no light at the end of the
Throw
tunnel
me out.
for me.
Thank you so much.
That's
You
right.
articulated it so well, because I mean, when somebody has been through things, it's easy for them to see. I really appreciate that call, opinionated, Jen. I took notes of the things that you said, and I am going to actually work with them. Thank you so much. That was a very, very rich call. I really appreciate your contribution. Yeah, Linda, I've got you. We're moving on very quickly. What do you have to say? Please unmute yourself.
Hello,
Hi, Linda. How are you?
I'm fine. Good
Okay.
afternoon.
Good afternoon. Are you in the US?
Yes.
Okay. What do you have to say, sweetie?
In addition to the other things that other people have said, I was just, my interest was drawn when you said initially that she is sick. Like she said at some point that she is sick, and maybe right now she's sick. I mean, apart from mental, illness.
Mm,
So I don't
yeah.
know if she has
Yeah.
some kind of
She has. Yeah. Yeah. She was sick.
physical
Yeah.
or physical illness or something like that. So I just, in case she gets to watch this video, I just want her to know that, because they say knowledge is power. Sometimes people don't know things, but if there's a way she can convince him that she is truly sick, I want her to know that she can get, without her having a health insurance, that she
Mm-hmm.
can get a free health care from the county hospital in the city where she lives. I am 100% sure of this. Even with her, not having any status in the US,
So
as long as,
she should fake
yes.
illness to the point that he will be forced to take her to hospital.
No, what I'm saying, if she can come, if she is sick and there's a way that she can convince him, like, see, I'm sick. I have, I'm having all these symptoms. Do you understand? So if there's a way that she can convince him that she is sick, and maybe, appeal to his conscience, for him to take her to the county hospital, So I just want her to know that she can get a free health care. I don't know what they call that kind of assistance, but there's a she can apply. When she gets to the hospital, they will guide her through the process. But when she gets to the hospital, the county hospital, and she presents herself and her symptoms, and they see her foreign passports and all that, her foreign passport and all that, they will advise her to apply for a government welfare healthcare, something like that. And with that, she can get health care services. I'm just concerned about her whatever physical illness that may be going on in her system, apart from the mental illness. And another thing, in my experience, when you go there, during the consultations and all that, they usually ask you, privately, do you feel safe at home? That is one of the questions that they will ask you. There's no way you go to the hospital here and they won't ask you that at some point, especially when they know you have that private moment with them, maybe if it's the nurse or the doctor. So at some point they will ask you, do you feel safe at home? So I just want her to know that, if she gets to go through this, they may ask, they will likely ask her that, and then it's totally up to her, however way she chooses to answer the question, because that could be a way for her to get out, if she
Thank you
wants
very
to say
much.
no.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much, Linda. Appreciate your call. We're moving on very quickly now. You've given us another idea about going to hospital even without healthcare insurance. Unfortunately, that's one thing I love about the UK. You go to hospital whether there's nothing like health insurance. Everybody goes to hospital when you are sick here. So yeah, I'm taking on board every contribution that is coming in. Thank you so much, guys. You've been very helpful and understanding. Ayinke, I've got you. Good
Hello, good
evening.
evening. Good evening,
Good
Auntie
evening.
B.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Auntie B. And you're doing a very, very great job. And this is it's a complicated case, and it just goes to, or like, it's a lot. There's a lot to learn from. I mean, a lot to learn from this.
Yeah, yeah,
It's sad how most of us, in Nigeria actually rush, to get entangled with people who you don't even know just because they're in the diaspora.
yeah,
But the way it even works in Sweden is that they get at the time you can't even if you're engaged to this person or whatever, you can't even. I don't think you can apply for a visiting visa. You need to show all of the conversations you'll be having, and the person must have visited you because before he can even apply for you, like for a spousal visa to move to the US. And this is where this lady got it wrong. But then, in as much that all of this is happening, at least we know that she knows that there's a problem. At least she knows, she's aware that she has a problem. The only thing that is holding her back now is she's not even sure what she wants. And
Do you have
I
any
don't know, it's
suggestion that can
difficult to
help her?
actually
I don't need you to
what's it
analyze her
called?
situation. I
It's
want you to
difficult
give
to
advice if you have
yeah,
any.
it's difficult to advise somebody who is not even willing. You can't even influence her decision because all what we are saying tonight now wouldn't even make any sense. It won't go any way. It won't even reach anywhere if this lady is not willing to accept. So we need to know what exactly does she want, and this is something she herself she can't decide for herself for now
I've already
until she
said
gets a
what she
mental check.
wanted. I said what she wanted. Ayike, I already said what she wanted. She's asking for advice. Unfortunately, you are just, analyzing the situation and you're not providing any solution. I need people to provide solutions. So I'm going to have to move on. Thank you very much for your call. Mimi, I got you, Mimi. I'm moving on to Mbasi now.
Can you hear
Mimi,
me?
yeah, I can hear you, Mimi. What do you have
Thank
to
you
say?
so much for having me.
You're
I
welcome.
don't think people understand how critical is this situation. This guy is suffering from PTSD.
Yeah.
So any move that this lady do, he can delete her and delete himself.
Oh, yes.
That's a possibility. One thing that I'm gonna advise her is, I mean, the guy that you were talking to that he called earlier on, that say he live around where he stayed. I think it's better for you to contact that guy, because the lady should be willing to leave that place.
Oh, unfortunately, we've lost connection with Mimi. Oh,
Have
Mimi,
her documents. If that guy can contact her and then find a way that he can escape that place,
yeah,
the guy can do a research on a veteran place. They can give her all the benefits where she can stay, and maybe start processing her papers.
okay,
She can have that real quick for her to get her stuff together in
yeah,
insurance. She can get that. That's not a problem. But my thing is she ready to escape? Because if she is not willing to go, and the guy know that she's kind of having some communication outside,
yeah,
it could be dangerous for both of them.
yeah,
So the
okay,
first lady that called, that, I mean, I think she was just coming with emotions, but she was talking, I mean, she was telling you something about veterans, which is true. Veterans in America have a lot of benefits. So
yeah,
once she's out of that place, she can get her
yeah,
documents together and insurance and everything. So
yeah.
that's my,
Unfortunately, her connection went bad. I didn't cut her off. Her
okay.
connection went bad. Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
think
was
she
waiting
can,
for her to come
but
back.
she had like a valid point that she was going to tell you guys, because living
Yeah,
in America, I am not Nigerian, I'm Gambian, but I know that veterans.
yeah. Okay, thank you very much, Mimi. I appreciate your call. Yeah, okay, we're moving on quickly now, and I've got Mbasi. She lives in America. Yeah,
Hey,
welcome.
Queen
Hello,
B,
see. Yes, my
you
dear.
are putting me on a you are putting me on blast.
Yes, you're an
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Okay,
American
so
lady.
yeah, let me tell you this. You have people in
Wow.
America, okay? Don't even worry about that, really. Like, if we have to travel or something, I will volunteer if we have to. But I
This
don't
is
think we're gonna get to
this is
that
the
point. Let me
heart.
tell you this.
This is the heart that cares. This is the heart
No,
that
you
cares.
won't. I
Somebody called
hope
in
that
before and said, I don't want to be, as long as it's not going to come back to me. If you're not willing to take the risk, then you cannot help. You have to be
I
all
hope,
in.
yeah, I know, yeah. I hope it doesn't have to get to that point, because I know. So the way this is gonna work is like we have to work inside out, okay?
Yep.
And inside out, what I meant by that is, I hope that people who live around that vicinity, like Barry and other people, even if they can't come out to the show, they can come out to you privately and see
That's the whole
how
point.
they can
Yeah.
form some kind of group, and
Yeah.
then they're gonna be at the standby. You understand
Yeah.
what I mean? They're gonna be at the standby, and even we that we are far away from that state, if they want, you want us to be included just to carry each other along, that's fine with us. You know what I mean? And also, so the way it is, like, we have to find a way to work with her. Like most people said, she know that she needs help. That is not the question. How she's gonna go about it is what she's really scared about. You know what I mean? And then let me tell you this lady, she, remember now, she came from Nigeria, where it's a lawless country, okay? And she came to America. She doesn't know anything about America still, because she's been in the close behind the door all these years. So the mentality of Nigeria is still there, because she will be scared. Like, if I say something, if I do this, she won't know how that, whatever is going to turn out.
Yeah.
So she doesn't know about
Absolutely.
America yet. She doesn't know
No.
that,
No.
there's a
She's
lot
been in
of that
America.
the law is
For
on her
5 years,
side.
but she doesn't know anything about America. She didn't even know
She
that
doesn't know anything.
when I told her that if this man deletes you, he will not go to prison, she was shocked. She didn't know. Then I sent her.
She doesn't know nothing yet.
I sent her the story about the Ghanaian pastor that deleted his wife the last time. She started crying.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I don't want to scare you, but except we do
it
something
happened
very quickly, this can happen.
Mm-hmm. And
That's
also,
all I'm thinking.
and I understand her biblical journey
Persuasion,
to say that God, to say that God is against divorce. I want her to understand that God is against suicide also, because here's the thing: if you are in a situation that your life is in danger, it's a form of suicide that you are practicing right there, because you know
Can we not
that
use
this can
that word,
happen anytime.
embassy? YouTube.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. So, like she need to understand, like, you are walking in that path. So
Yeah.
I want for her to please take all the time that she needs. I don't think she have that much time, but
Yeah.
for her to know that she got people. Whenever she's ready, we are here. She just need to say, hey, I'm ready, and we will be right there. We promise that
Thank
we'll
you.
be right there. But
Thank
I
you
hope we
so
work from
much.
inside out. Like I
Yeah.
said, if we have to travel there, we will travel there. That's not a big deal.
Thank you. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
embassy. You've
Good
always
luck
been
for
very
her. Yeah, I hope
supportive.
she reach
Yeah.
out very, very quickly.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. Have a good evening. Right. Okay. I'm moving on now very quickly, and I've got Adewale next.
Good evening, Auntie B.
Hello, sweetheart. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm fine. So I'm just going to say quickly, I think a lot of people don't understand the situation she's in. So this situation is just like it's a hostage situation where the victim is in love
Yeah.
with the captor. So
Yeah.
that means that she's not even in the mental state to accept whatever help she needs.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are giving a lot of good advice, but the thing is, right now, I think we are jumping steps. So I think the very first thing we need to do to help her is we need to get a mental health specialist at the Veteran Affairs in that state, because those people are going to be the ones that have worked for several years helping veterans and families of veterans walk through this kind of situation. So they
How do
would
you
know.
do that without alerting the man?
No, that's what I'm saying. We wouldn't, like, that's like, I think we need to get that for her first. Even we don't even have to tell her, because if we tell her, she might tell her husband.
Him.
So
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like, we need to help her first before she can help herself. So to help her first, the very first step we need to do is people who live around that place need to find a way. If you know someone that works in the government, maybe FBI or something, they would know someone that
FBI,
works.
long.
Yes, this is a really serious situation. It
FBI
is.
don't get involved with
No, I'm
private
saying, like,
private issues. Oh.
someone that works there would know someone that works in the Veterans Affairs
Yeah. No,
office.
I mean we cannot. Oh, I mean that information is easy. Google is
Yeah,
our
yeah,
friend. We can Google anything.
exactly. So that's the very first thing she needs, because that
Yeah.
person would be experienced, would have the knowledge to help convince her that she's in a dire situation. Because I think I know that I think I know she's not yet aware of like how serious this is. So she needs someone to convince her. So that's the very first thing I think she needs.
Yeah.
So that's all I
Yeah.
wanted to say.
All right. Thank you so much, Adewale. I appreciate you. You always bring it 100% correct sense. Did there any year? May God give us good life and long life and prosperity. Any year you are getting married in the future, I'll be there to come and see your bride, Adewale, because you are just so kind, so intelligent. Oh my God. You're one of my favorites, absolute favorites on this platform. I love you very much. God bless you. Baby, can you unmute yourself, please?
Sis B, good afternoon.
Hello. Good
This
afternoon.
case is very familiar to me in a way, because in this
Oh,
country,
oh,
I have been stalked before. And I can tell you
I
for
see.
free that this country is one of the worst countries when dealing with people with mental health.
Hmm.
Not to talk of someone that is a veteran. So they can have an adult that obviously should be committed, can make a decision to release themselves after 24 hours.
No.
Yes. So you need to be very careful how you insert yourself inside this case. This lady has to make the decision that she wants to leave that situation, because if you even get anybody involved and they carry the both of them, she's now saying, it's my husband, I love him, kiniko kiniko. They will release this man. Wait, he works, he was a part of the armed forces. He has PTSD. Do you think they don't know?
Why do they allow them to
He lives alone and he has a gun.
Why do they allow them to stop things like that then? Why? When they know that they are suffering mentally. Why?
they don't have the capacity in the US to handle mental health like the UK.
I see.
You understand? It is only when they have killed somebody that they now commit them in a psychiatric hospital.
I see.
So an adult can make that decision that they don't want to be committed. They will observe them for 24 hours, maybe sometimes 48 hours, and they will let them go, and he's back out.
I'm shocked that even the choice of medication is something that he can make, that he doesn't want medication.
Yes.
And he's not being medicated.
Yes.
I'm even surprised.
Yes. So
because here, it's either you are on that medication, you are taking it because they would have considered you a danger.
Sis B, I was talked by somebody that I just said hi to. Not to talk of somebody that she's thinking she's married to. And this was for years, and there's nothing anybody could do about it, because these people, most of the time, they don't have anything to lose. If you file restraining order against them, they will hold them for 24 hours. They'll be out again looking for you. So a few things I want to ask is she ready?
No, not at the moment. Not at the moment.
You need to get one of our family members involved to get her ready.
Maybe what I can do, I don't know.
You need to get one of our family. She needs to let you know one of our family members.
I've been telling her to tell her family.
To get you involved.
I cannot.
And one other question I want to ask: is he obsessed with her, or is just holding her out of duty to his mom?
I think it's a bit of both.
Okay, because if he's not obsessed with her, she can run, and you'll probably not even mind.
No, she cannot.
If it is somebody that is obsessed,
she cannot.
I'm just saying
she cannot run.
I'm saying if he's somebody that is obsessed, is somebody that will always come out and look for her.
Yeah, she said that even if she says she begs and begs and say let her just go for a walk, he'll be timing her. So how can she run?
Well,
he'll be timing her to like say you've got 30 minutes, you better be back at this time.
Because some of them, can be very disassociated. You understand? So they may have like a focus for a little while, and then their focus will shift to somebody else.
No. I think because she's fulfilling a very vital role now. She's his carer. She's cooking and cleaning and doing all the things. So she's playing a role in his life now. That is very important.
Because most of those people, they also have the ability to get help. The government provides them help.
He doesn't want it.
Somebody that can come and cook and clean for him.
Baby, let me move on, my dear.
No. And then one more point that I want to make. I want her to understand that she's not married to that guy. She did not know that he had this problem. That is grounds for annulment. And they've not even consummated the marriage.
Thank you.
So what marriage is she talking about?
Now you hit the nail on the head. This is what you would have started with, baby. Now you are talking. No. You need to speak the language she will understand.
I needed her to understand too that, this mental health issue in this country, the way it is handled is so bad. So she not being ready is putting everybody else trying to help her involved in trouble.
We are not in trouble. We are very far off. We're only trying to help from afar.
She has to be ready. Let her family members get her to that point. Then people can step in. There are shelters in this country.
In Nigeria, that you tell your family members, they will tell you to go and pray. And you have to make your marriage work. How does that help?
This also takes me back to
they'll say it's the devil. Let's do deliverance.
This also takes me back to the lady in Germany that she wasted time going back to Nigeria before leaving.
Yes.
She's going to make the same mistake.
Aduke. As well. Story. Yes. Yeah, that's Aduke.
So I'm just going to leave it here. She's not married.
Thank you. I like the fact that you said that she's not married because the marriage was never consummated.
It was never consummated.
There's no intimacy. There's
nothing.
And
nobody told her that he had a mental health issue. It's different if they told her he had a mental health issue and she went ahead with it.
Yeah.
But if people hide health situations that would have made you say no at any point during the marriage situation or before the marriage happened, if they hide it and then you find out, it is grounds for annulment.
Yeah. Religiously, we are looking for people who can tell what the Bible says because, what does the Bible say about,
At
marriage
some
that is not consummated?
yeah, at some point she has to choose herself.
Thank you very much, baby.
No
I
problem.
appreciate you. Are you doing okay?
I'm doing great.
You're doing well.
I'm
Okay.
doing great. Thank
All
you.
right. All right. Thank you very
I
much, my love.
finally disappeared from that guy's mind. So, we thank God. It took a lot of, as in,
I managed talking.
talking, and they
Now
are
let you
very,
waka come.
sis B, they are very intelligent, very okay,
Black or white man?
mixed. You say it was mixed. I don't even know. It was just a hi. How are you? You see them on the road, they look normal one day. The next day, like this. Now something else entirely. I remember long time ago, this guy stalked me for years.
Wow.
Years. He will shall find me. I
Anywhere you
don't know
go,
how.
even when
As
you
in,
move.
change number, he will find the new number. I don't know how. In fact, if
What did
they
he
decide,
want? He said he was in love with you or what?
he said he was in love with me. Oh, I just saw
Wahala
him
dey.
once, since and we
Hey.
exchanged number once.
Should have prayed him out of your life.
Once.
You
So
didn't call Rao. Rao would have given you that
the
prayer
thing is,
that
the
prayer
thing is,
point.
the thing is, sometimes, even if you file a restraining order, then you can even expose yourself in a way,
Let me tell you something. Even
and
the
your details.
if the laws of this land of the world fail, the laws of God never fails. Thank you
It
so much,
never
baby.
fails. No
Yeah.
problem.
Sometimes, when you are helpless, the laws of this world have failed you. Turn to the laws of the omnipotent, the omniscient, the omni everything. Okay? The restraining order from God is the best one you can ever have. But beg, that's the truth. When God restrained them, they are restrained permanently. Thank you very much, EJ. What do you have to say? Unmute yourself, please.
Hello, Auntie B. Good
Hi.
evening.
Yeah,
Oh,
hi.
speaker. Yes. Okay. Sorry, let me just get off somewhere.
Okay.
What I want to say is, right, she should know that this is a sham marriage, because some of our African parents, when they see that their son is not doing well, they will say, okay, let's find somebody to marry him. Maybe things will change for him.
Yes.
You understand? So I think that's what they did with this woman. They married her off, thinking that if they did, something might change for their son. They knew that their son had mental health issues, and they still married her off. That's a sham marriage, because she didn't know what she was getting into. So she shouldn't class that as being married at all.
Okay.
That's number one. So she shouldn't be worried to say, oh, I don't want to divorce this person. That's no marriage. That's number one. Number two, she's been mentally now, positioned in this lifestyle. She doesn't know that this is not 100% okay. That's why she's still saying that she cannot live another. If only people can, come together for her in that America. I
That's
live
what
in
we're trying
Manchester,
to
yes, so
do,
I
my
can't be
big fan
physically
sister.
helpful. I can't be physically helpful, to her. I can only advise her from afar. But if, she can get somebody on standby and she can run away from that house, maybe if he's having a shower or if he's pooping, if she can fly window, somebody like me, I can fly
EJ,
window
I
when
beg,
you
don't
are
make me
telling
laugh.
me.
Which window? When somebody holds something, where go? You don't know what the America be. All those
If
things
she
where they carry
if
to
she
buy
go
people
toilet,
soap.
if the man dey toilet dey poo, she fit fly window for parlour. If somebody there to pick her up, make she run comot. Or if he dey shower, before he shower finish, she don fly window. Or maybe the day he allow her to go for the work, if she get somebody to pick her up, she fit from there comot to go and pick
Okay.
her up. But end of the day, if she's mentally ready to do that, she has
Yeah.
to be mentally ready for it before she can do it. So it's not going to be easy for her. She needs lots of encouragement to
Encouragement. Yes.
get to that point. So that's the job that you can do. Or if she has a close friend that you can get involved as well, to be able to
Okay.
talk to her. If she has a
Thank
close
you.
friend back in Nigeria that you can get involved as well, to be able to talk to her as well. That's
Yeah.
the only advice I have for her. Anyway, I wish her all
Thank
the
you.
best. Thank
Thank
you, sister.
you. Oh, I should say she dey jump window. The thing make me laugh. She say if she can jump window, people like us that can jump window, why you dey jump window before? EJ, you need to tell us the reason why you dey jump window before. You don't tell us. Oh, Kate, are you at work?
Sister,
You at
I
work?
just got, I just got off work. I said, let me come to the store and pick
Yeah.
some stuff.
Oh, I've been looking at you. Do you want me to cover your picture?
How are you, ma?
I'm fine, my love. You're welcome.
The
Pele.
Lord
How
is
is
your
work? I
strength.
hope it's not stressing you too much.
No, work is fine. Work is fine. Quick,
You're welcome.
so quick one.
Okay.
Auntie B, you see, some people are principalities, and they should be. Some people are not human beings; they are principalities, and
Absolutely.
they should be handled as such. You said something. In fact, when you try, say Auntie B is always taking words from my mouth.
Hey, yeah.
There are laws. Any law mortal man cannot handle, God can handle. Any law that
Absolutely.
defiles mortal man cannot defile the law of God. So we'll pray. I live in the States too.
Okay.
And so whatever it will take, even Jesus Christ, he said he will abandon how many? You abandon how many sheep to go
For
after that
one.
one. And so
Absolutely.
whatever it will take for us to rescue that lady, that man has nothing to lose. He has nothing to lose. Easily, yeah, people take their life like they drink water. So he has nothing to lose. And so it has to be a calculated effort. So as much as it sounds stupid, if she wants to show them this is the right time to distract the man, show him every form of love just to take his mind. Because if he suspects any foul, any movement, it will be like, okay,
Yeah. Because he
okay,
threatened her many times. You're right, Kate. He
okay.
threatened her many times. That's why she's very obedient. That's why there's no physical or any emotional abuse. The
Thank
abuse
God.
is, mentally, psychological abuse. And of
So
course, locking somebody at home, is that not even against the law?
these people here, you can see somebody kill and then show up at court and start. Judge will be talking to him, and he will be forming crazy. He will be forming insane. He will be forming, and like that lady said, they give them a lot of attention, and so there should be no trace at all. They say slap me, make I day rich. Do whatever you can to just distract him. There was a lady that was talking about going to the hospital. Anything to get out, go to the hot. If you can even form sick, I thought that
Yeah.
was the
Fake
area
sick.
she was going to
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
Form
That's what I
sick,
thought as
ask
well.
me, since
Fake
you've been
sickness.
obedient. Yeah,
Be
form
shaking
sick
until we take you to hospital.
until you take, and then when you go to the hospital, you whisper to the doctor, say, now that see, I can't go back to that place. And once you say you cannot go there, your life is in danger. Of course, they will take it from there. And then,
Yeah.
look for a way. I just pray that she will prayerfully, because this thing is mental. See, that once you're programmed, and principality is the one programming you, because I see some human beings, it is not everyone that is with flesh that is a human being. Some people are principalities.
I
And
agree.
so she has to, I just pray that, she will cooperate with us pretty
Yeah.
much,
Yeah.
prayerfully,
Yeah.
cooperate with us, so
Yeah.
that, she can be out of that mess. My
Okay.
let me say this right quick. Even in Nigeria, my friend's, she was telling me how her mother was going through so much torture in Nigeria. And this woman has grown up children, rich children, and they keep telling her, mama, come out of this thing. This one, that too elder, the man was just torturing her verbally, physical. They say, mama, before this time, she was making excuses of my children, my children. Now your children are all grown, very rich, well established. She said, what will people say? She started making excuses of what will people say. They will say I left my home. They will say I am a wayward woman. They will say, and this thing. She said one day, she and the siblings, they stormed their father's house, bundled her out of that place. Do you know that when the woman got to their house, and one day, 2 days, she said, what have I been? It was as if a scale was taken off of her face. She said, what have I been putting myself through? I am not going back to that place. A woman with 8 children, she said, I will keep visiting all my children until Jesus Christ calls me. So some things are just like skill. You're so mentally, you're used to, in fact, you are used to the pain, you are used to the torture that you don't want to go. I pray that that will not be her issue. She will work with us, she will cooperate with us, and I trust God that we'll put something together, and
Thank you. Thank
God
you
will
so
help
much,
us.
Kate. Thank
God
you.
bless you,
What
ma.
state are you, Kate?
Oh, I'm in Houston. Ma.
Houston. Oh,
Yes,
we have a
ma'am.
very big community in Houston.
Eh?
Okay. Yeah. Nigerian
Yes,
community,
ma'am.
African community in Houston is
Yes, we
massive.
do.
Yeah.
Yes,
Thank you so
yes,
much,
yes,
Kate. I
yes.
always enjoy
So
hearing from
I
you.
will look forward to I'll get some updates and we'll put
Yeah.
something together.
Do you
God
have
will
my
help
WhatsApp
us.
number?
I don't. I
Okay.
will
It's on
put
the
it
screen
there
now.
now.
It's on
Yes,
the
ma'am.
screen now. Yeah, if you can,
Okay,
I will
I'll
leave it on for some while when I end with you so you can take the number and save it and please contact me on
okay,
WhatsApp.
ma'am.
Just say this is Kate, okay?
Oh,
And we'll take
okay.
it from there. Thank
All
you
right.
very much, sis.
Thank
Go
you.
and rest. Get home, have a hot shower and rest, okay?
Thank
Have
you,
some
ma'am.
dinner.
All right. Bye
Bye,
bye.
sweetie. Love you.
Love you
Bye-bye.
more. Bye bye.
Bye. Oh, bless you. Okay, we are rounding up now, and I am not going to take more people after the people that are on the studio. NP Diva, your connection is not good. Can you please reconnect? Because I can't add you the way you are. I've got Balari. Balari, you're welcome. Hello, Balari, are you there? I cannot hear you, Balari. Oh, NP Diva, your connection is still not good. I don't know. Sometimes if your internet is not strong enough, it doesn't connect. Can you try again? Balari, you're not speaking. Are you there? Okay, I want to believe that Balari is not there. And NP Diva, your connection is still not good. Check the comment section, NP Diva, and try to reconnect. Check your mobile or whatever, your Wi-Fi, to see that it's connected well. Avon, hi.
Hey, Auntie B.
Hello, sweetheart. How are
Oh
you?
my God, I finally got in your program. Anyway, yeah, I am your caller from Conyers in the United States that has been bugging you about something. Look in your comments and whatnot, and you'll see what I'm bugging you about. I still haven't gotten through to
I can't see
to
all the
do.
comments. There are so many comments, and I
No,
keep my
no, check.
eye on the screen on the
No,
comments,
no, no,
and
no, no,
yeah.
not this. Check your WhatsApp, and you will see that I've been trying to send something for you, and for whatever reason, it's just not working.
Really?
And yeah. Anyway, I have a quick advice for this young lady.
Okay.
Somebody mentioned that she should, if she can convince him that she's really, really ill, she could go to the emergency room.
Yeah, I love
and
that advice. Yeah.
and they will ask about if you're safe at home. If she cannot say no out loud, she can probably hold her eyes down and have this kind of, childish look, and the interviewer will pick up on that. And if he's in the room, they will ask him to leave, or they will, do something to say, okay, we need to see her in private or whatever. But if she can't say, I don't feel safe, she can give some kind of sign. She can look down. She can do something to let somebody know that she's not safe.
Yeah.
So, and from there, then, she will get help to come out of the situation, because, as healthcare workers, that's what we do. We're
Okay.
attuned to picking up these things,
Yeah.
and we can get patients the help that they need.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that's the first step for her. Whatever
Okay.
she has to do, whether it is she scrape herself, whatever, say, oh, I have to go to the ER, I'm bleeding, something.
Do you have to have health insurance in the US to go
No,
to the ER?
no, you don't. There's
Okay.
a law called EMTALA, EMTALA, and
Okay.
with that law, the patient has to be stabilized in one hospital
Right.
before it's not money, whatever. If you present to the emergency room with a
They'll,
complaint,
they'll treat
you
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 whether
you,
you have
you
health
will be
insurance or
seen.
not. Okay.
Exactly, whether you have health insurance or not, because you have
Okay.
to be stabilized.
Right. Right. Thank you so much. I mean, whew, I feel quite relieved now with all the advice.
Yeah.
And oh, thank you so much. I'm going to check my WhatsApp after the show.
Yeah,
This
check
is,
your
if
WhatsApp.
you look at the screen, this is exactly how the number should be. All right. You don't
Okay,
need to put
let
the
me see.
US code. You need to put the UK code, which is +44.
Oh, I did.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I'm trying to send you something through paper. Let me just talk. And for
Oh,
whatever reason, it's just being blocked. I
oh
don't know
yeah, I
why.
remember. I remember. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was sending you my Cash App. Do you have
I
Cash App?
I do, but then remember, I have it in US code, and I don't know
It
if it's a
doesn't matter. It
situation.
works. It
Yeah,
works.
I don't. I'm gonna keep trying.
No, no.
And if
Cash App works whether it's UK or US. It's the same. They just convert the money to the local currency. So
oh,
because it's
okay,
in the US, it doesn't matter. It will still work. All right.
okay, I'll
Yeah.
keep trying. And thank you for taking my call.
You're welcome, sis. Thank
I
you so
can't
much.
believe it.
Have a good
Okay,
evening, sis.
you too. Take care. All right. Yeah.
Bye.
All right.
Oh dear. Oh, Adesuwa. Uh, hello, Adesuwa. But yeah,
Oh, yes, eh?
you're
Oh
welcome.
my goodness,
That's one
I'm
of my
so
favorite Edo
excited.
name, Adesuwa.
Thank you, Auntie B. Thank you for
You're
sharing.
welcome, sweetheart. What do you have to say? Are you in the US?
Yes, I'm in the US. I'm in Michigan. So
Okay.
this is what I want to say because my mom does suffer from mental health,
Okay.
but my dad has been with her for years now, and he helps her to control it and things like that. And she
Okay.
has a doctor and everything, so it's not a big deal. But
Yeah.
just is he ready to see a doctor? If he's
No.
not ready,
Nope. It's not.
okay. And this is what I would say because people have been saying she can go to the hospital, which is fine. But I don't really think he cares about her life,
Nope.
to be honest. So
Mm-mm.
even if she's in serious need to go to the hospital, I think he's still not going
You
to.
think it won't take her?
I don't think
Mm.
he'll still be interested. I think he would rather just let her maybe die in the house and whatever. So I think
Yeah.
maybe she could use going like talking to the neighbors as well. Going to the neighbors, trying to maybe slip a paper underneath their doors to tell them to call 911 or something. There must be something she could do because you mentioned as well that he allows her to go out, but he will time it, maybe like a 30 minutes interval kind.
Yeah, yeah. My biggest problem at this one is that even if she decides to run, let's say we get her to a place where she decides, okay, I've got to get out. 5 years is enough of this mental torture. I
Okay.
need to save myself. Where's she gonna go to?
She can go to the police station. She can go to the
She
police station. She can
she
just
can run.
straight up.
Can she run from one state to several states and then present herself to the police station?
I think in her case, because like the way the story is being told, like it's really serious. I feel like she can go in her county, she can go to the police station there.
No, not county. She needs to run far. She'll find her in her county. We are thinking of her running across states.
Because I'm thinking that they will not even let her return back to that house if she gets there, if it's
But
that
he can
close.
find her. That's the thing.
At
The
the
other
police
caller the
station.
other day, Baby was telling us about how lax America is when it comes to dealing with these things. You know, it's not about if they allow her or not. It's about him finding her and deleting her because he said he would do it.
Okay, in that case, I think I would recommend she uses her neighbor. The neighbor, she speaks to the neighbor and tells them that she's in serious danger. And she should find a way, she should be creative. You know,
Yeah,
it could be with the way she expresses herself to the neighbor, please help me. She could just whisper that to the neighbor. She could write it on her palm, she could write it on his sleeve. Just anything to leave the house. Because I understand how mental health works. I've not really seen my mom like really have a crisis or anything like that because my dad makes sure that she takes her medication and things like that.
yeah.
But I would say it's something that is very serious. It's something that
Yes.
is very serious and it should be taken seriously. I just pray that God gives her the grace and the push to realize that what she's living is really not a life, because that's not life. That's really not life. So
Yeah.
that's just all I have to say. And of course,
Thank you,
I love all your
Adesua.
makeup. I love your videos. My
Thank you, my
husband
love.
actually introduced me to your videos. He was like, "Oh, there's this auntie that's on Instagram. She is so." He's like, "She's so dope. You need to know her." I'm like, "Okay."
Dope. Dope. That's how we do. Dope.
So we watch your video and
Thank
we love
you.
you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Adesua. I love you right back. My love to your family.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Yeah. You've
Bye.
actually given a very, very important, that I didn't think of, using neighbors. That's fantastic advice. Using neighbor, just write a note, please help me, but don't do it discreetly. Okay, that's giving me an idea now. Thank you so much, Adesua. You are amazing. Lara, I've got you.
Hi, Auntie B.
Hello, sweetheart. Are you in the
Mhm.
US?
No, I'm actually in the UK.
Ah,
Hi.
okay. We
I'm
UKans. All right.
so I want to share from my own personal experience. I joined late, but when I heard the story, I thought this sounds so similar to what I went through. So, what people need to understand is when you're being abused mentally, everything you're scared of. It doesn't matter how much logic people tell you, until you start getting your strength bit by bit. It doesn't matter how many family members you involve, it takes a bit of time for you to get there. So my advice to her is she needs to start saving money a little bit, but he must not know.
From how much? She doesn't have access to any money.
And to be, my ex-husband, he used to, I never earned anything. I never had money. But the little, when people are happy, they're chatting, they'll give you £10 here, £5 there.
No, that's when you go out or have interaction with people. Lara, she has no access to anybody.
So yeah, so this is scary. I mean, I was there. My one was he isolated me from everybody. So even things like buying pads, I never had access to income. But how I did it, it doesn't matter how many times I left, police were involved. And again, people saying, oh, she should just leave. It doesn't work like that, because what will happen if she rings the police or she tells the neighbor, she goes to the doctor, you still have to go back to that house because that's where you live. They might keep you for a day or two, but if you don't have anywhere else to go, you will have to go back home. The only thing they can do is help you to collect your belongings. But essentially, if you're not working and if you don't have any source of income and you're stuck and that's all you ever known, you will go back. You will go back. And, people will be like, oh, why would you go back? Because where are you going to sleep? How are you going to eat? I've been homeless. I'm speaking from experience. So I got to a point where I was ready. And this is where people have to understand. Even when I was ready, the man was pursuing me. This man will not stop. So, you can involve, people will take you in 2 days, 3 days, but essentially he will come and plead and say, oh, I will change, or they are manipulated. Like, they know how to convince other people, not just you. So my advice is, I don't know how she can get small money, just a secret bank account, where if people are offering to help.
Maybe we can even, what I'm thinking now, based on what you said, Lara, we can send money to her through people who are local to her.
Yes, and he must
just
not
giving
know.
me an idea. No, yeah, because she doesn't even have a bank account. Where she wants a bank account, somebody that doesn't.
This is it.
Yeah.
So even
okay.
opening PO box for her, if people can open PO box, the 30 minutes, and I understand where they'll count literally the time to the minute. That time is just planning wisely where you go, because again, if she's got a phone and he's paying for it, I know from experience they can track you.
It's mirroring the phone. He's mirroring the phone. Yeah.
Exactly. So, my advice would be someone should get her a dodgy, like a small Nokia phone, the ordinary one where you can make phone call. When you
Where
get
are you gonna
out,
see her that you give her a phone?
No, but what I mean, Mama, sorry, Mama. What I'm saying is, if people are able to create some kind of, for her to have someone to talk to, or after this conversation, those people can put things in place that bit by bit she can be having confidence to try and make plans. So having money that she's not gonna see or is not gonna come to her house, but she knows should ever be a situation where she's left or she doesn't have any choice of going back home, there's something there to help her get started. even as ordinary as bank pass. I have been there. I'm speaking from experience. If you go and talk to pastor, all these people, they will plead. He will go and plead. And then the other thing, not to be long, if she can trigger some kind of alert to the household that there's DV, police will not help you unless you actually want to go and pursue a case. You know,
which household are we talking about?
Right. So where she stays with the man.
Pardon?
Where she stays with the husband.
Yeah.
Right. So what I did was I made sure I used to ring the police and then they'll come and say, "Is there a problem?" I'll be like, "No, everything is fine." But after a while, what they did is they made a note that there was a case of DV going on in this household. So in the future, when I was ready, that kind of helped me to move on.
Right.
So,
Okay.
Some kind of trigger to just alert there's something going on in the house. The neighbors, yes, they can help, but they cannot help. They're not the law.
Yeah.
They can only do so much.
Okay.
You know, if she goes to the doctor, like the other people said, if she says, this is going on, they will keep it confidential, but at least there's some kind of trail of record to say something is going on in this house.
Yeah.
Family members will not help you. I left more than 20 times. I don't know how many times, but I kept going back. It's when you're ready, but it's just having little things in place for her when she starts getting there to know that if I was to make this decision today, I have little support things that will help me start again.
All right. Thank you very much, my dear. Lovely. How are you doing yourself now? Are you in a good place now?
Yeah, I'm doing better. Getting there. It's a healing process. Every day you heal. The fear, even if you leave somebody after 6-7 years, and I was legally married, you still be scared. You think someone is watching you. So it's not like, oh, you can leave. And again, the guy that wants to get involved, be mindful, because if he senses any kind of male presence, even if it's just a friend, that will just cause even more problem.
Yeah.
So it's just being careful how you advise her to escape. There's got to be a plan.
Yeah.
There has to be
Thank
a plan.
you. Yeah, thank you very much. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to have a plan. Unfortunately, the UK, somebody already picked up on it in the comment section. The UK is miles away from, no, not physically miles away, but in terms of the structure and the services in place and how we'll do things is completely different. America is so different from the UK. I don't even know how they are related. Honestly, the way we do things here is completely different. I feel like what that caller said about how DV and these things are taken seriously here, I don't know. I just don't know, but US is different, especially when it comes to all these people that carry all these things that they used to buy people up and down in the US. You guys, I don't know. It's a different country, different things, your laws and all the things you like to kill people. Mercy, are you on again?
Yes, you know why? You know what? I want to come back on because I want to oh gosh, something in my mind I was gonna tell you. So it's like no, I remember now. So like I said, the main thing that we keep coming back is when she's ready. And I hope she's ready very, very soon. But even though she might not be on here now, I hope she get to see this and she get to listen. She get chance to listen to this. If she get chance to listen to this, sometimes like here, I don't know. For here, if you call 911, even like you call 911 and you hang up, yes? In most states, they will still come out anyway. Do you understand what I mean? But all the solution, it is, first of all, are you ready? Second of all, do we have something in place for her just in case if it comes down to that? So that even when we get police involved, she will not have to go back to the house. So that from wherever that she goes for, even when she go to emergency room, like the other lady said, they usually ask people this. And another thing is, if she call 911, say because she was sick, and the paramedics comes out, right? Sometimes it depends on your situation. If they feel like your situation is not critical enough, they wouldn't even take you. They might not take you.
Yeah,
and that can worsen the situation.
They will check
right,
your blood pressure, they will check everything.
So she has to be really, most cases, sometimes when they come, they're asking you this. One way to go about it is not to answer them at all. Don't give them.
Her to go and drink something that will make her ill.
No.
She can be real?
No, she doesn't have to do that. What she needs to do is, if she call 911 and paramedics do come, right? She's gonna internally.
She can't. I don't think she can call 911.
She can't call 911. Oh my God, this is
No.
bad. She can't call 911.
No. He has to
But
call
you know,
911 if he feels the need to do that.
he has to call 911 if he needs. She doesn't
If
have
he
a
feels the
phone.
need. She has a
She
phone,
doesn't
but
have.
she's not allowed to.
No. If she has a phone, here's the thing. Here it is. If she has a phone, all she needs to do, and this is when she's ready though, because she can't do it halfway. You have to do it like all the way.
I'll tell
Call
you why.
911
I'll tell you why that will
and
not
hang
work.
up.
Mbasi. No.
Mm-hmm.
Mbasi, I'll tell you
What?
why that will not work. That's a very. It's quite. It's not. It won't work. Do you know why? If the police shows up, he will know that something is wrong, and he can take her out before the police will have access.
Man, this is bad.
No, so that will not
so
work.
what are we gonna do? I mean, what can we do?
The Holy Spirit will direct us.
Yeah. But you know, whatever the case, you know, we are here to support. That's all I can say. You know, we are here to support, and we're gonna keep praying for her. And I hope that God will open her eyes and open her heart, because the another issue is, no matter how much help that coming your way, if you are not on the right mental state, that is another issue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I hope she just see it for what it is, and because she can just, I can't say this. I will email you something.
Yeah.
You know, maybe another way that she can go about it. I'll send you something about that. Maybe she might try that.
Yeah.
You know.
WhatsApp me, Embassy. My number is on the,
I will.
screen. Yeah.
I will.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you. Bye. Yeah. So we're going to draw the curtains here today, my people. A number of people have said that. Thank you so much for your contribution, your advice. Very, very valuable advice. But what we are now, we know that people are still asking a lot of questions in the comment section. Obviously, you didn't start this video with us, so you would have known. He doesn't take he's got medication, but he's not, I think he's self-medicating. He's not, he's not providing himself or making himself available for any kind of treatment, a psychiatric treatment or therapy or anything. Okay. So it's a very, very dicey, delicate situation. That's why I was asking for tact at the beginning. But I thank God for all the people that have called in, all the people that have contributed. Thank you so much for your advice. I've taken notes, and I'm going to be sending her this video to watch. Is a very difficult one, honestly. Usually we just have the women and we talk to them, and the way they advise, they want to take it or not. But this one, we're just going to ask the Holy Spirit for help, because people are saying, some people were saying, tell her parents, tell her to tell you who her parents are, send a message to the parents. But does she want the parents to know? She doesn't. So how can we not go ahead of her to tell the parents? This has to be something that is a gradual process. It might take God knows how long. But some people had already said it that she doesn't have much time. Because I said to her that now you know you have mental health issues. The time will come. It's because you still have some, you still lucid and you still self-aware of some things. That's why you know. If somebody say I'm my mental health, I'm worried about my mental health, that means they are okay. They are still okay to a certain degree. But it will come to a stage where you think you are okay. That's when you know that you are not okay at all. You know how in Nigeria they will say they'll say, you have mental health problem, or they will use the Nigerian word that we use, or the African word that we use. They say you are mad. You say it's you that is mad. Okay? So it comes to a stage whereby you don't even know. Meanwhile, you've lost it completely, but you don't know. That's where the problem. That's the danger. When you do not realize it anymore. That's the danger. Yeah. So this is where we are. Please, if you have any advice, you can help. We already established where this person lives. And if you can help us, please, I'm begging you. Okay? Contact me, whatever you can do to support the situation. I've got my PayPal and Cash App on the screen, especially for you in the US. I'm appealing to people in the US now. I'm calling you to please come and help. Let us try to avert a potentially a very dangerous situation that is about to erupt. a disaster that is waiting to happen. But you and I can do something about it, okay? Because we know about it now. If we didn't know, we say, oh, if we knew, we would have done this, would have done this. Please, be your brother's keeper, be your sister's keeper. Save a sister. Consider this lady your younger sister, your friend, your family member. Don't be offended or be angry that she say, oh, I love my husband. It is the mental health that is talking. She's been abused. 5 years of lockdown. We only experienced a year of lockdown. Look at all of us. We are suffering seriously from that lockdown of 1 year. It's been like literally a year and a half of lockdown. Imagine this carries on for 5 years. A lot of people will lose their mind though. So please, I'm gonna have to shut the comments on this one when I end the video because I don't want any. There's a lot of things that goes on there when I leave the comment section open. So I'm gonna have to shut it. Let's do something now. Yeah. Thank you, my brother. Oweso. I can see you. Thank you. Let's do something to avert a potential tragedy waiting to happen. This man is very sick. Okay. Unfortunately, he's not engaging with treatment. She has been lured to come and be in this environment. It is not safe for her. She's been locked down and locked in prison for 5 whole years. But you and I can do something to avert a tragedy. So please contact me. That's my WhatsApp number. I prefer WhatsApp. Please contact me and let's see what we can do. Thank you so much to all the contributors. I've taken notes and I'm sending her this video right away. I don't think she can watch live, although I did tell her that I'm coming on live, but because of the fear, I don't think she can watch it live, but I will send it to her as soon as we finish. Thank you so much, everyone. And yeah, I'll be back on Thursday with another situation, and I'll speak to you then. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up, and I shall speak to you in my next video. I'm calling on people in America. Please, you people, the main thing is, where is she going to run to? Everybody is saying run, run. Where is she going to run to? Where? Are you that person that will be willing to open up yourself, open up your home to take a girl that has been so abused, to take her in, for her to begin her journey of recovery? If God lays it in your heart and you feel that you can do it from one end of America to the other, because we are looking for her to flee very far away, please contact me. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I love you guys very much. Have a good evening. Thank you so much. I will be back on Thursday, same time. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.